guys, welcome to Stacking the Shelves. It should be about 4 weeks again since I did the last one. This last 3 to 4 weeks, I got 8 different books to read. The first one I got was for review, and that is Defend the Dawn, which is the second book in the Defy the Night duology by Bridget Kimmerer. I'm pretty sure it's a duology. It might be a trilogy, but I'm pretty sure it's a duology. This actually comes out September 25th, and I got through NetGalley, so I'll be reading it pretty soon. I did buy 2 books this month. The first one is A Closed and Common Orbit, which is the second book in the Wayfarer series by Becky Chambers. Mainly I just bought it because the library had a super long wait for it. I really, really liked the first book in the series, A Long Something to a Small Angry Planet, or A Long Trip to a Small Angry Planet, or Journey to a Small, something like that. And this is basically a sci-fi series. It's more space opera-y. That's a word. I don't know if you can hear all the thunder. We're having a really bad thunderstorm right now. And I've had to turn on like a million lights because it's like 10 in the morning, but it's so dark in the house and it is thundering like crazy. Anyways, it's, so Wayfarers is more of a space opera kind of series. It's very, very funny. There's a lot of action, a lot of different races of characters, a lot of adventure and going to planets and some politics. Really well done. I really enjoyed the first book, and so Close and Common Orbit is the second book in that, and I bought that. The other one I bought, but not really bought, I kind of got it for free, is The Border Keeper by Kirsten Hall. This was Tor.com's free ebook for the month. And if you read science fiction fantasy and you like to get free books, you can always go onto Tor.com and sign up for their newsletter. And when you do that, one of the things you get is a free ebook every month. And generally speaking, I don't think there's been a lot of months when I've downloaded it because it's just not a very good book. But Kirsten Hall also wrote Star Eater, which I reviewed, and I didn't love it, but it was really weird and really interesting, so I'm very curious to see like what she comes up with next. Okay, so those are 2 I bought. And then from the library, I got 4 books, and most of these were audiobooks. I got the first book, okay, not the first, the third book in the Small Spaces series by Catherine Arden, and that is Dead Voices. And then I also got the 4th book in the Small Spaces series by Catherine Arden, and that is Dark Waters. Both of those I got for audiobook. And then the 3rd audiobook that I borrowed from the library is Gwendy's Button Box, which is the first book in the Button Box Novella series by Stephen King and Richard Chizmar. I know, another Stephen King book. If you watched my Best Books of July, I talked a little bit about attempting to read The Stand. And then the last book I got from the library was an ebook, and that is A Prayer for the Crown Shy, which is the second book in Becky Chambers' Monk and Robot series. And I did finish reading that. It was really good. I really love those. I really love that series. I just love how thought-provoking they are, as well as funny and entertaining, and they're nice short novella reads. And again, studying for the patent bar again, and I don't have a lot of time, so I like reading these littler books. I did get 1 book from Kindle Unlimited as well, and that is Desert Bound, which is the second book in the Cambio Springs series. This is a like more typical paranormal romance shapeshifter series set in this small town. The whole premise as to why people are shapeshifters is kind of interesting. There's usually like a little contained like murder mystery in the book. There was in this one. There was in the first one and in the second one. And then there's a little romance going on. But the difference from other like paranormal romances, the characters are a little bit more mature. So like the main 2 characters in this book, one of them, they kind of like had an on and off again thing when they were younger, but one of them became this big real estate tycoon because he's trying to get enough money to help support Cambio Springs and like revive the town. The other one, she went on to become a medical doctor because she wanted the town to have a good doctor. So they both kind of put their relationship on hold, and their personal lives on hold to like do something big with their lives or careers that would help the town. And so that it's kind of nice to just read a book where the characters are a little more mature and they're more supportive of each other. They're not like, it's not all about like the heroine running themselves ragged until they're almost dead and doing that over and over again like a lot of PNRs are. So anyways, that is what I got. Again, 8 books. Aside from that, I don't even remember what I think last time I did one of these, we had either just gotten back from going up north for vacation or whatever. We are fixing on going out to Rocky Mountain National Park for vacation in August. There's been a big debate about whether we want to drive. Well, not really a debate. Drive or fly. I guess I'm the only one having a big debate in my head about if we want to fly or drive, because I don't really want to fly. And I don't know why. Like, we did fly down to Florida in March, and I personally just don't enjoy flying. I don't like being stuck on a plane. I always get super airsick when we're on there, so I always end up being on Dramamine and having like my acupuncture wristbands on and everything, and I still am just feeling really bad the whole time. And it just isn't, people haven't been as nice to each other. We didn't have any really big issues when we went down to Florida in March, but I'm just not looking forward to it. And since we're going out to Rocky Mountains, that's only like a 15-hour, well, it's like a 12-hour drive, but we were talking about taking the Tesla, which we have to stop and charge a few times, so then it ends up being more like 15 hours to get out there, which, you know, I mean, I like doing road trips, so like we can drive and stop and see stuff, and like I kind of wanted to stop and see Chimney Rock at some point, and we could do that if we drove. And then we can also like bring more stuff, because we're renting a house down there, and like if we're gonna be down there for a full week, and if we drive, like I can bring my Oculus Quest, and my son can bring his PlayStation 5, and we can bring more of our hiking stuff. And it's just, I don't know. I think at this point we'll probably drive, because my son and husband do not care, and it actually saves us quite a bit of money to drive. And I think it would be fun to do another road trip with the Tesla. We did one in June, and we loved it. We just absolutely loved it. So yeah, good times. I'm trying to watch. My neighbors over here have like multiple cars have left and come in and then left and come back since we've been sitting here doing this for the last 7 minutes. So they're very busy, I guess. Other than that, not a lot going on. My son did his microscopy camp. He did his renewable energy camp and liked them. He's doing his adventures in cardboard camp. This is the last year he can do it as a attendee. He can do a job there as a counselor, which he's looking at next year. You know, he started to study for the PSAT, kinda. I've suggested he study for it, but he doesn't really want to, so that's been a thing. Other than that, we're just kind of hanging out. Weather here, we had like a beautiful week last week. It was in the upper 70s, lower 80s, absolutely beautiful. This week's been a little warm. We've been up at 100 a couple days. And right now it's like 80 and we're just pouring, thunderstorming. So, yeah, you know, typical suburb weather for us for August. Unfortunately, like the 100-degree weather we got in June was not typical. And then the 40-degree weather we had in May was not typical. So like normal, Minnesotans talk about the weather a lot because it's all over the place and you just never know what you're going to get when you wake up. Yeah, that's all I really had to talk about. I think I'm going to stop babbling now. I hope you enjoyed the stacking of shelves, and I will talk to you guys in a month. Bye.